September 22nd, 1862, a date that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. On this day, President Abraham Lincoln made a bold announcement. The Preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. It wasn't the final version that went into effect on January 1st of 1863, but this was the shot fired across history's bow, the warning that slavery's days were numbered. Today, let's break down what this moment really meant and why it changed the course of the Civil War and ultimately the nation. Before September 22nd, the Civil War was largely seen as a fight to preserve the Union, not to end slavery. Lincoln himself was careful about how he framed the war, worried about losing the support of border states like Kentucky and Missouri that still allowed slavery but stayed loyal to the Union. But pressure was mounting. Abolitionists were demanding action. Enslaved people were escaping to the Union lines, forcing the government to confront the reality of slavery. And the Union desperately needed a moral boost after heavy losses, should I say. Then came the Battle of Antietam in Maryland, the bloodiest single day in American history. The Union claimed it as a strategic victory, and Lincoln seized that moment just 5 days later. He announced the Preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. This proclamation didn't free anyone right away. Instead, it gave the Confederacy 100 days to return to the Union. If they didn't, on January 1st, 1863, Lincoln promised to declare enslaved people in those rebellious states free. It was both a moral statement and a military strategy. The announcement shifted the Civil War's purpose. It told the world, especially European nations, considering the support of the Confederacy, that the Union was now fighting not just for unity, but for freedom. It gave enslaved people hope, and it sent a clear message. America could no longer remain half slave and half free. The Preliminary Emancipation Proclamation wasn't the finish line. It was the beginning of the ending for slavery in America. It drew a line in the sand. The Union was no longer just trying to hold itself together. It was moving towards justice. That step on September 22nd of 1862 was the turning point that paved the way for the final Emancipation Proclamation and eventually the 13th Amendment. So here's a question for you. Do you think Lincoln would have made this move without the pressure of the abolitionists and the courage of the enslaved people freeing themselves during the war? Or was it always part of his plan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love to hear your perspective. Thank you for tuning in to this Black History episode, another episode of Let's Talk Black History. Remember, history isn't just about what happened. It's about the choices, the struggles, and the courage that shaped our future. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep learning together. Until next time, keep asking questions and keep legacy alive. Peace out.